Good morning, everybody out there. Well, depending on when you're watching this video, it might be the evening, or it might be the afternoon, it might be even mid-afternoon. I'm not entirely sure, but we've got to start out the day with the culmination of probably the longest bit of, I don't want to use the word investigative journalism because I don't really want to be associated with a journalist in any capacity these days, but I've been following this story for almost 2 years now. I think feel like a full year and a half or so, and I never really thought I'd have to make this video. I didn't think there'd be anything there, but I was wrong. And everything kind of came to a culmination, or it culminated at GP Vegas this year. And I'm going to get to that a little bit later. So when I first came across the Alpha Investments YouTube channel, Rudy, as many people know him, I was captivated, just like everyone. I mean, I think he has the most exciting Magic YouTube channel, and it's not even close. There's not even a close second, in my opinion. Now, everyone can have their own opinions, and certainly many of you will. And I enjoyed his videos greatly. I enjoyed the vintage Magic product porn, basically, is what was in the videos. I mean, just so many of those early videos where he's got boxes and boxes and boxes of Ice Age. One of my all-time favorite sets, or boxes of Revised, or a Portal 3 Kingdoms booster box. All these things, just seeing them, if even through the two-dimensional screen on YouTube, is extraordinarily captivating. And he took what something interesting on its own, this product and the Magic Finance world, and then added a really unique personality to it. And so it's a recipe for just great entertaining content, the type of content that I knew was going to transcend the YouTube community at the time. In fact, I had many conversations with Rudy, and he will verify this. I told him a long time ago that he'd be well over 100,000 subscribers, and that he'd be one of the top 2 or 3 Magic YouTubers, far surpassing me. Even though I have more subscribers now, my channel only gets 3,000 to 5,000 views per video, so he's already 5 or 6 times bigger than me. And the man was always very humble about it, and I don't know if he really knew what he had, and I think that's why it worked for him. And now here we are in October 2017, and he becomes one of kind of an elite crew in the Magic community. Not that everyone that makes Magic videos can't do something great, and not that smaller channels aren't great, but it's worth noting that there's only a handful of channels over 100,000 subscribers. The Professor's way out in front, and you've got Wedge from the Mana Source. Both men work very hard and have earned every bit of their notoriety. And then you've got some corporate channels. I think maybe Saffron Olive. I'm not sure. I'm up there, but ultimately, there's very few. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of Magic YouTubers, and there's like 5 over 100,000 subscribers. So, regardless of the rest of this, it's a feat that cannot be ignored and should be appreciated, just like I appreciate the hard work that Brian from Community Tolarian has done in his channel, and Wedge for playing relationships well to position himself to have a nice big channel. And when I got to know him more personally, it was when his channel was hacked. I don't know if a lot of you remember that, but his channel was in fact hacked, and I can honestly say he basically fell for a I have 1 billion US dollars, just give me your social security number, I'm an exiled king level of scam. But I think that's because he is new to YouTube, or was new to the whole environment. He ended up getting his AdSense hacked. I don't know if he ever got that money back or not, but it was several $1,000s. And his channel was kind of in disarray for a while. And eventually, he was able to get back a hold of it. I remember reaching out to him. He was very concerned. I tried to help him the best I could. I connected him with my network and anybody I knew at Google. And the man did what few these days do, and that he remembered that and he paid it forward. He sent me some booster boxes in the mail and signed them. And I thought that was very gentlemanly of him. It was very old school in a way. I appreciated that significantly. I thought, here's a guy who appreciates relationships, and I'm sure that was important in his previous life. And he took the time to send me some stuff that I wanted, and that was very cool. But then I hung out with him in Las Vegas, and he knows full well the relationship I have with other Magic YouTube personalities. And even though some will think, and some people still think, I hold personal grudges against certain people, I really don't. In fact, I enjoy just poking the bear, and I really hold nothing against anybody. But he knew the risk he was taking by inviting me over to the booth and bringing me behind the booth and kind of making me feel VIP in the convention scene, when I'm more like persona non grata when I'm at GPs. I usually meet with my particular fan group or my friends, and that's kind of it. I play my events, and I cover them, and I come back, and I upload a video blog of it. I don't get any special access. I don't get anything cool like that, and that's of my own doing. But Rudy took it upon himself to not really worry about that, and I got to film some great openings. I got to hang out behind the Vintage Magic booth, and you know what, Daniel Chang has always stuck with me. He's always looked out for me, and I was really thankful for that. Really loyal, and for those of you that know me in real life, which many of you watching this video don't really know me like that. Rudy knows me like that, and Daniel Chang I think knows me like that, and there's a couple other community members perhaps. And I'm a loyal guy, very loyal, loyal to the bitter end. And then once that loyalty is broken, then I'm super non-loyal, as you can see with Wizards of the Coast. But there was a story I wanted to share when Rudy showed who he really was. It was the second night of the GP, I believe. It might have been Saturday night. I think it was Saturday night. The first night I had dinner with Tiwu. We had a bit of fun memeing on a former Wizards employee, and who was at dinner with us, not at the same table, but Tiwu and I had a good time. But then it came to be Saturday night, and I, because of the nature of my relationship with a lot of these content creators, and then by extension their sponsors, it's not like I get a lot of calls to hang out at conventions anymore. And I'm okay with that, because I always have friends there, or fans of the channel, that we become friends. Mike is a good friend of mine that we hung out in Vegas. Hopefully we'll be able to play at the Team Sealed event in Indianapolis. Really enjoyed him, and he hung out with me. But before I hung out with him, I was going to dinner by myself because, well, I didn't have any dinner plans, and it was like 7 o'clock or something like that, and, well, I had to eat. So I was in line at Benihana's. I was just going to eat by myself. Not a big deal. It's not that weird. But it does feel a little crummy when you're in, you're around 5, 6, 7,000 other Magic players and eating dinner by yourself. And I was in line, didn't even realize it. I walked into the restaurant, and there's Rudy right in front of me with Daniel Chang and a couple other high-level Magic artists, as well as a high-level collector. And I said hi politely to Rudy, and I was about to go get seated, and he kind of stuck his arm out and was like, hey, are you eating by yourself? And I said, yeah, whatever, no big deal. And it wasn't. But at that point, Rudy didn't even ask the other people he was with. He demanded I eat dinner with them. And he demanded I sit next to him. And he forced me into the conversation with Daniel and these other artists. And because of that, I met a lot of really cool people, connections. There's a huge private Magic collection, original Magic art here in Wisconsin, 20 minutes away from my house that I didn't even know about. And he made that connection, and hopefully I'll get to shoot some video at his museum, basically, at some point. But, he made sure that I was taken care of, basically. And again, he referenced how he remembered me looking out for him when his channel was in trouble. And, he didn't really care what other people thought. So that meant a lot to me. And as you can probably tell by now, there's not a lot to expose about Rudy other than the fact that he is the most stand-up man I have met in a very long time. This is a man that texts me on the regular to see if there's anything I need. This is a man who we can talk business on the phone late into the night on Fridays. And this is someone who, made sure I could get affordable product so I could keep opening up product on the channel. Say what you want about Rudy, but I know there are very few people that know the man. I would doubt any of my fellow Magic YouTubers or anybody out there commenting on his videos, leaving hate for him, understand anything about him. And they don't, and when I comment on Rudy's videos, people hate on me and think that they have no idea that Rudy and I are tight. And the exposed part of this is really to expose that Rudy of Alpha Investments is a very honorable man, a stand-up man, and somebody I'm very happy to have represent the Magic YouTube community. Even if Wizards won't give him his due, I think we as consumers of Magic content, as I am and as you are, we have to respect that. The man did it his own way. He got there with creativity and interesting content, and that's super, super hard, especially in the tiny pond that is Magic YouTube. And I'm just so proud of him for just soaring past 100,000 subscribers. And I'm just so happy that there's another Magic content creator that doesn't get involved in politics and just makes videos because he likes doing it. And, Rudy, congratulations. And, I thought your accomplishment was worth my time. As opposed to just sending out a tweet, I wanted to take the time and make a video to thank you for always looking out for me and to thank you for taking the time to meet the man behind the meme as opposed to taking other people's opinions for it. And I can only assume you're this way with everybody you meet in life. And you're somebody to be respected and looked up to for that. So, Rudy of Alpha Investment, this taco's for you. Congratulations on 100,000 subscribers. And here's to 100,000 more, bud. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. We'll talk to you again real soon.